Hello, today we're going to build an app that helps you figure out how many s'mores you can make based on the number of chocolate bars that you have. This is going to be a s'mores app and we're using Thunkable.com. So make sure you're at Thunkable.com and click sign in. You're going to select Android app, that's what we're building today, an Android app, and sign in with Google. Now you may or may not need to put your password in here because it may remember you, but if it doesn't, go ahead and put your password in. And you're going to be taken to the home screen of Thunkable where you can see all of the apps that are in that account. So obviously there might be some other ones in here that other people have made. Just leave those alone and click Create New App. Go ahead and type in your app name. Notice how I get an error message here right away. I wanted to name my app S'mores123, but it says that there's an invalid character. I'm guessing it's that apostrophe right there. That'll work. So make sure that your app name does not have anything funky in it. All right, we're going to go right into the first screen of our app. And if you remember, or if we talked about this at all, we're going to be building this first screen to look like this. So I have a title, I have a picture, and I have some information and then a button. So I'm going to go back and try to get my title in there. That's going to be using a label from our palette. On this side of the screen, we have our palette, which is all of the items that we can put in our app. I'm going to go ahead and grab that label and put it right up top. Now, I'm going to look at the right-hand side of the screen. I see label over here, and these are the properties of that label. I don't want it to say label 1. I want it to say the name of my app, which is S'mores123. So I scroll down to where it says text, and I'm going to type in S'mores123. I'm going to put the apostrophe in there because I'm a rebel. All right. So S'mores123. Now, I'd like it to be a little bigger and maybe bold, so I'm going to change the font size, bold it, maybe 24 instead of 14. I can even change the background color of that text box. All right, so that is what the label will look like for the title. If you need extra time to work on that, go ahead and pause the video and get it the way you want it. All right, right after you have the label, you're going to put an image placeholder in there. So you're going to go over here to that image and drag it right underneath the title. This image is not a real picture right now. It just says that there's going to be a picture there. So we need to find a picture. When we look for pictures on the internet, we have to be pretty careful. I'm going to show you real quickly how to find an image that you can use, that you would have permission to use in something like this project. So we can go to images.google.com, but we need to first make sure we click on Settings and Advanced Search. Once we're in Settings and Advanced Search, you can type in the word s'more. Again, pause the video at any time if you feel like you need to slow down and make sure you know what you're doing. All right, so I'm going to type in s'mores, and I scroll all the way down to the last part where it says usage rights. And I want to make sure that I can use this or share it in something like an app. Now, if I were selling it, I would want to click this one, but we're not selling our apps today. We're just trying this out. So free to use or share is the appropriate option. And there's a picture right there that I'd be happy with. So I'm going to go ahead and open it and save it. This is being done by right-clicking on that image and clicking Save Image As with the left mouse button. Notice it saves it right to my desktop, so it's easy to find in the future. It also is going to put it down here in this bar. I'm going to go ahead and click Save. Notice how it added it right here. I had done this before, so now I have 2 s'mores pictures. Once I have downloaded it, I can close out of that tab and go over here to the properties of my image. Notice how this is highlighted right here with green. That's because it's selected over here, and that's what the properties are. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into this picture category and upload file. Choose my file, and it's the one I just downloaded. So I'm going to just say OK twice there and here. And it's going to put that picture right in here. It's probably going to be pretty big. Yep. I'm going to make it smaller. So instead of automatic, I'm going to do probably 30%. Height and 30%. Makes sense to do the same number for height and width. Okay, so 30%. So it's a nice tiny little s'more there. That works for me. And then underneath that, I needed some information. I have a question. What do you need for the perfect s'more? And then I have 3 ingredients, which is why my app is called S'mores123. 1 marshmallow, 2 graham cracker squares, and 3 chocolate pips. I need to put this information into my app. I'm going to use a label again. And I'm going to change the text. Hopefully you remember how to do this. We scroll down, and on the right-hand side, we type in what we want. What do you need to make the perfect s'more. Okay, I'm going to click over here. I'm going to go back and make sure that my size and everything is what I want. I think I just want this one to be bold and maybe italicized. There. All right, I'm going to click outside so it's not highlighted anymore, and I'm going to go over here to label and drag over my first ingredient to the perfect s'more. Change the text to be 1 marshmallow. And then another label. Remember, I'm clicking outside so that I don't see that highlighting. My second label is going to be 2 graham cracker squares. And my third label is going to be 3 chocolate pips. Did you know that a chocolate pip is the section of a chocolate bar that you break off and eat or share with a friend? So you need 3 chocolate pips to make the perfect s'more. All right, I have all of that in there. Now I need to add a button that says next. Now this button is going to do something, right? We want it to go to another page. So we're going to be programming that in the next video. But first, let's go ahead and drag a button over here. And it's just like these other elements. Now I can change the properties of it. I can change the background color. I can change the text, which I definitely want to do. I don't want it to say button 1. I want it to say next. All right, so I have s'mores 1, 2, 3 with my image. What do you need to make the perfect s'more? 1 marshmallow, 2 graham cracker squares, 3 chocolate pips, and we need to program this button to go to a new screen. We're going to do that in the next video. Now remember, you can pause this video, rewind any part of this video if you need help or if you got stuck on anything. Go back and watch it again and see if you can figure it out, and I will see you in video 2.